scientifically about all of this, about all of that SMV. That means that there's men that find these women very attractive. It's not because they're very young, it's because they're actually able to have kids, no problem. Their plumbing is good, they don't have problems. When a woman turns 30, her chances of having a downy baby are almost over 60%. So even men not trying to have a kid are attracted, just like animals, to have sex with younger women because their offspring will not be retarded. Like, it's crazy. And then you have women feminists, militant feminists, right? And they don't become militant until they're 30 because they're sitting at home, they're on Facebook and they're saying, "Where have all the good men gone?" And they look like the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2. And it's just like, well, you were riding the cock carousel and no man wanted to fuck with you. Women are not settling down when they're 19 years old, 17 years old like they used to. So MGTOW just says we're not going to wait until it's good enough for them. We'd rather just sit on the sideline.
Alrighty, I'm back.
I agree. You know.
Questions, comments.
No, and here's the thing with her though. You know, me and her are in the opposite roles. You know, like not like
she makes the money and you don't. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and that's
how old are you guys? You guys are 30?
29.
29. Okay. Are you? Let me just ask a question. Are you not working because you can't work? Are you handicapped?
No, I'm not. I'm
You can work if you wanted to.
I can work if I want to.
Okay, but she says I got this.
Yeah, pretty much. But
pretty much he can do whatever he wants to do.
Okay, and you guys have kids together.
We have 2, yeah.
Wow, I wish, yeah. It's a rarity. I think that what you guys have is
it's different.
It's completely an out. It's completely.
Yeah, I'm very different from anybody I've ever met.
Yeah, and she's like badass, you know.
Okay, Amber, let's yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like you said in the workforce, if you think about all the labor jobs that people actually have, I probably couldn't do what most men could do.
Oh yeah,
so I was in that typical field. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No. Well, biologically speaking, or mentally speaking. So you're saying, obviously, you can't be a coal miner. Yeah, mentally, you can't be a coal miner.
Biologically, no.
Right, and that's what like, okay, so you guys are probably not like liberal fucks, where it's just like there's 58 genders or whatever.
I'm left-centered.
I don't.
Okay. Well, I mean,
myself.
I mean, left-centered is fine because you could be libertarian, and that just means that you don't want big government.
Right.
You know. I'm not. This is apolitical. This isn't not.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not bipartisan.
Yeah.
MGTOW is not partisan. It's pretty much a place where men can go, where they got fucked over by women. And Amber, you could probably attest to this, that the court systems are gynocentric. They will fuck men over.
Yeah, exactly.
And they will do it in the best.
I've seen a lot of cases like where they've hit women, and I'm like, yeah, you can hit back. If she can hit you, you can hit her back. I mean,
right. At the end of the day,
then
right. It's
I beat the fuck out of her ass every day.
It's hashtag equal rights, equal fights.
Exactly.
Right, but it's not.
No.
I get you.
But it shouldn't be like
now.
If I'm allowed to hit you, you can't hit me. It should just be both ways around. You can't hit each other.
No, and here's the thing with men is they're indoctored even when they're young boys. You never hit a woman. You never hit a woman.
Not my
son.
I've defended myself a few times from him when I was in like first grade or so. But
my son in first grade hit somebody with a stick because she goes, "I'm invincible," and he goes,
"Let's see this bitch."
Right now. You guys have the southern accent. Is that like I was in North Carolina? Is that North Carolina? Texas. Okay. I'm sorry. North Carolina accent's very similar. No, but men are indoctored to not
hit women.
You know, and even Disney movies, you know what I mean? There's a princess, you don't mess with them, you don't do anything. And if you do, the biggest problem that I have is white knights. These are other men that will, if a woman is beating on a man and the man gets his ass beat for 30 seconds and he says, you know what, I've had enough of this, and he's in a public spot and he comes out and he gives an uppercut like fucking Mike Tyson and he knocks the girl cold. There's a white knight. There's a white knight right behind him is gonna sucker punch him. And that's a cuck. That's a cuck to me.
Yeah.
That's a beta male. Like, completely.
But what I was saying earlier, it should just be both ways around. You shouldn't hit each other to begin with.
Well, yeah,
But
I mean, like,
I can understand.
okay, I've been in relationships, right? But Amber, like, you probably don't have. You might have this. I don't know. I've been in relationships with women where they know that they can't get hit, and what they'll do is they'll get in a person's face and they'll be like, "Be a man and hit me. Be a man and hit me. What? You're not a man? Hit me." Yeah. And they will square up. Not because they think that they can beat you.
Because they're cocky.
They believe that you will. They believe that you will never swing. They believe you will never swing.
Like that. We understand exactly what you're saying.
Right. They believe that you will never swing. And and here's the thing, Chris Brown. You don't think Rihanna was in the fucking passenger seat of the Ferrari, and Rihanna was like,
beat the fuck out of him.
No. And that's why you did this, bitch. You got a tiny dick. You got a like. I guarantee that happened. I guarantee it. You think Chris Brown was like, "Oh, I'm having a bad day. I'm just gonna go 12 rounds with you in the passenger seat"? There's no way. So there goes cops. There goes military. There goes everything else. Because men automatically, whether you call it sexist or not, if they're confronted by a woman, they immediately, whether you like it or not, inherently, instinctually, think that that person's weaker than them. You can have an 85-pound guy. Get stopped by a woman cop, and even though she's a cop, that man thinks that he's better than her. So women are at a disadvantage in those fields. Women should be in fields. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't be in any fields, but I'm saying fields, especially police work, guys. I mean, the majority of criminals, let's put it this way, the majority of criminals
are male.
Almost 88% of them are male. And if you're biologically accepting the fact that males are stronger than females, which is true, then I mean, even still, men biologically are stronger, faster, smarter. They're everything, and it's not a knock to women. It's never a knock to women. Women are very, very good at other things that men are just horrible at.
Flexibility.
Just horrible at. Flexibility, child rearing, caring. It's men operate on men. No. Let me just tell you this. Amber. Men operate on a non-tangible system. So this is what I mean. Ready? Okay, just listen to me.
You're talking men about popular, most men.
Most
right?
women. So yeah, you're gonna take
you're
the
just saying the majority because I'm a little
because you're
than most.
you're gonna take the Nawalt, which is not all women are like that, and you can do that.
Right.
That's fine, and I kind of believe that maybe you might be, but a lot of people think that that's a unicorn that we're never gonna chase, just like a heroin addict.
We're both. No,
oh Jesus! I lost my train of thought. That was
shit. No, just fucking kidding about the heroin.
That was amazing. What was my train of thought? I'm so sorry, guys. I just lost it.
About
I can say something real quick if you want to.
Yeah, go ahead. If you have a materialistic.
What do you think about Boy Scouts? How they're letting girls in now?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, why is that?
I think it's a horrible. Yeah. Well, in the name
I
Boy
can
Scouts.
understand, but I'm just saying, why is that?
Okay. If you have Boy Scouts and that's a safe space, so to speak, I don't want to get all social justice, but if that's a safe space where men can go and they can congregate, then that's good. You can look at it the same way that women, they had a gym, and Amber, you can attest to this. Women had a women's only gym, and it was called Curves, and it was for fat women. It was for fat women to go and not be shamed.
Right.
You know, and right, it was called Curves. It's still around, but they're going to go out of business. So what happened was I call it the gym thought, or the Belfie, which stands for butt selfie. And these are the women that will not go to the women's only gym, but go into the male space for male for male acceptance, male authority, and then they will take that over. That's all it is. Just like women coming into Boy Scouts, it's the same thing. Women, if women didn't care about attention, they would keep going to Curves, and Curves would be this amazing company where women can go. They have black. It's tinted. If you go to a Curves, it's all tint because there's fat whales that go there, right? But here's the thing: if you go to Planet Fitness or something like that, women are actually filing complaints on masculine men.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
why
gym.
they have those grunt alarms. If you grunt, they kick
They
you
have
out.
the grunt alarms are not there because of men. The grunt alarms are there because of women, and they are offended.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So as for Boy Scouts, is one of the last bastions, Amber. I would answer, one of the last bastions of hope for young men to come together, because all of the spaces that men have are like kind of taken over. We don't give a fuck if we're at a restaurant and all the women take a piss and they go in the bathroom. Imagine if we were like, oh, we want to go in the bathroom and hear what you're talking about. We know that half of you guys aren't peeing. We know that.
Yeah.
We get it. So Boy Scouts is a young man's avenue of being able to be mentored by other men, and it's in the name, Boy Scouts. Now, no young men are trying to go into Girl Scouts because men are interested in hobbies and survival.
Well,
and they have been since cavemen.
If you also think about it, if a man or a boy joined Girl Scouts, they would feel emasculated.
Right, they would be like right. The X chromosome is very strong in that one.
Exactly, but it's not about being gay or being not being gay.
No. I mean, you can.
It's just
you can listen. You can be a woman and be attracted to guy things, and you can be a man and be attracted to women things. Like if a man says all of a sudden crochet, you took it right out of my mouth. Crochet, and if a woman says, you know what, I'm gonna get really good at video games, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either.
I have a problem with the physical. I have a problem with the physical aspects, and anything that it's inherently gonna ruin somebody else. So women should not be in the military. Women should not be cops. Women should not be firefighters. Now, women should be nurses. Okay, and this is my argument to this. Well before the modern age of medicine, men were the doctors, men were the nurses, and you know what we did to each other? We hacked our legs off with fucking saws because we had no compassion. There was no compassion. We just said, we're not going to try to fix you. Your leg is fucked up. We're going to cut it off. That's it. We're going to cut it off. And this is true. When women got into medical research got way, way, way higher because women want to care for people. They want to make people better. They want to not be barbaric. If men ran hospitals right now, we would still be chopping people.
Yeah.
Dude, we'd be cutting people's legs off with butter knives. The fact that we have a system where, you can take like skin from your back and put it on your like nuts if it gets burned on a pot of coffee, that's all women. Women have done a lot of medical shit, and I believe in that. And that's